Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Now, today, instead of doing a part 5, which I'm going to do another time, I'm doing a highly requested video that lots of you have actually asked me to do, and that is how I met my current boyfriend. And instead of just answering that, I want to explain how we happened as well. So I will grab my tea and then let's get started. So I have my tea next to me. It is Earl Grey tea. It's my favourite. I love it. I do drink other teas, but this is just my favourite, and when I saw that we've still got some, I was really happy. So, when I first joined college, it's where I met him, but I want to explain a bit more about my college and my journey and how I got to where I am. So, I started off on a special course that I needed that would cater for my needs at that time, and it really helped me. It was a 2-year course, and it was skills for independence and work, and it was a special kind of course for those that needed a bit more of an extra push, a bit more of extra help before doing a mainstream course, which came a bit later. And then I did a course that was, after that 2-year course, I did a course which was called Preparation for Life and Work. And it was just a course to prepare you for the life out there and work. And I needed to do that one before doing the mainstream course, which was catering, and that came later. I did that for 2 years. I could have done it for an extra year, but they didn't think I was ready to do that I would find the work a bit difficult. They said that about doing my second year of it, but I said no, I want to show you that I can do another year of this, that, I'm willing to work hard, and it paid off, and I did another year of catering. And then I did so well with catering. I got all my certificates in maths and English and in catering. I've got a medal in my room for my house that I was in at the time. Winning, because we were in certain houses, like you get on Harry Potter, but ours was names of really posh hotels, the really good restaurants, you had things like Langstone House, that was the house I was in. You had Limewood, etc. And I loved catering. I made really good friends. I made friends with a lovely girl that's one of my best friends now. She's great. She has her moments, but I wouldn't do without her, as well as I wouldn't do without some other friends. So, yeah, she's special. And if she ends up watching this, she'll know that I'm talking about her, and it might make her smile. Hello, darling. Yeah, so, no, I just think if you are determined and you keep working hard, you'll get there in the end. It might take longer for some of you, it might not for others, but as long as you've got there and you've worked hard and you're doing what you love doing, you'll be happy that all that hard work would have paid off. And for some people, they would have left school and could have gone straight to a mainstream course at college. But for others, they can't yet. But then it led me to meeting, on my first ever 2-year course, it led me to meeting really good friends, and it led to my first ever relationship, which I don't forget. But that will be a separate video, because that is, there's so much that happened with that it's going to be in a separate video when I'm ready to talk about it, because lots happened. And anyway, so after catering, I was still very, I think I need help to get a job, and my lecturer at the time said to me, there is a really good course out there that I think you would benefit from that does still cater to your needs. And it was a course that they help you look for work, and they have job coaches that help you look for work. They, sit the interviews with you. Then once you've got the job, then come with you to work until you're ready to not have them anymore. And if it turns into paid, that's amazing. If it doesn't, then, you have a nice time on the course, basically. But I got paid out of it. I was working for 6 months in a hotel, which I loved. It was amazing. I'm not there anymore, not just because of the lockdown, but due to reasons that I'm not going into because it's private. But I'm currently wanting to find a new job in catering. There is a particular area that I do want to get into, and I do want to start off in a hotel, because that's what I've been suggested to do to get to my dream later on, which is to work on a cruise, cooking in a kitchen, well, baking pâtissier on a cruise, which is doing patisserie, on a cruise, because I love to travel, to do my favourite hobby as a job and travel at the same time. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I don't care how long it takes for me to get there. I just want to work as hard as I can to get there. And if it turns out then I need to do a bit of not so good work before I get back into a hotel. I'm still out there, I'm still earning money, I just love being in the kitchen. It's my playground, and I love it. Any chance I've got to cook. I mean, those that go on my Instagram will see that I regularly post food that I've cooked, and I like to showcase it, and it means a lot to do that as well. And I want to mention that I will be doing more regular videos. It's just TikTok's kind of taken over. I've done a fair bit of that lately and kind of let this go, so I want to give that a break, go back to it another time and do some more for you guys on here, because I don't want to neglect YouTube. I do love it also. So I was on that course, and we are such a big course. They've had to split the tutor groups, which, we had one tutor, and I was in the group where we finished at, I think it was 2:30. The other group would finish at 4, which I didn't really want to finish at 4. And I was glad I finished at 2, because it allowed me time to get home, because it had gotten to the point where finishing at 4 would mean it took me longer to get home, and I like to get back in time, do dinner, and be in the kitchen and make a big mess as I always do. I have to wash up after this video, so before I go out. And don't worry, I won't be too long and I'll be safe. So I had my boyfriend in my tutor group on that course, and he thought that you had to go to work and that was it. You didn't have to do the rest. And he wasn't around for a while. And I said, he was told, no, you have to come in. You've got maths and your English to do. Like, no, come in. So he did, and I just thought to myself, I haven't seen him in a while. And yeah, I liked what I saw. I was thinking, you're nice. Oh, and I pretty much quite liked him. Anyway, so my friend, I had a really good friend of mine that was in my tutor group that is another friend that means a lot to me that I haven't spoken to in a while. But, you know, she's busy. She's recently got a new dog who is gorgeous. Love her new dog. So gorgeous. Anyway, and she was telling me, well, asking me, do I have a crush on anyone? And I said, I've got my eye on someone. Yeah, I do. And she said, oh, so do I. I really like someone. And I said, oh, well, I don't really want to say anything because I just, if it doesn't go anywhere, well, I haven't said anything, so it'll be alright. She said, well, I'm willing to tell you. And I said, okay, you're going to tell me. And she said, I like him over there. And I was like, oh, you like him? She said, yeah, he's cute. And I was like, in my head I was going, I saw him first. She can't have him. I was like, no. Basically, years ago, we both liked the same person and actually argued over them, about who was going to get with them. It turns out that they liked both of us and sort of played us against each other a bit, and we fell out for a while over that. And I was thinking in my head, can we not repeat that, please? I was like, oh, okay. I said, you think he likes you back? She said, I don't know, but he's really cute. And I'm in my head going, yeah, I know, but I saw him first. Like, oh, God. So, I can't remember who spoke to who first out of the two of us, to be honest. I know we both started talking towards December and got quite close as friends. But I don't know who made the first move. I knew I was going to mess up at some point, not knowing who did a certain thing. Ha, funny. No. So, we have had another friend in our group, and he was great. He was, he had his moments where he was not great, but still haven't forgotten him. Anyway, he just said he's one of those that's very, who likes someone, and he really wanted to try his best to get it out of people. And I wasn't saying anything, but my friend that I was just telling you about, she was very, I'm really shy, I can't say anything. I thought, but you told me. And my other friend was just very, oh, so you told Elise, but you didn't tell me. Well, that's rude. She said, alright, I'll tell you. But I think she thought in the back of her mind, he's going to tell everyone, because he's been known to do that before, and I don't think she quite trusted him. I don't know. But she had said, it's just someone on our course. He said, well, I gathered that, but whose tutor group? She said, obviously our tutor group and not the other one. And his face was just like, huh? Anyway, but there was 2 other students in our tutor group that always tried it on with me. Tried to flirt with me, tried to get close, sit next to me in our lessons. One of them tried to touch my leg, and I'm like, you can get off. And he was like, I like you. And I said, you're my friend, and that's it. I don't see you. I was like, I don't see you like that. No way. So I started talking to my current boyfriend now. I started talking to him. It was me. I remember now. Oh, so he's gonna be cross for forgetting. You better not watch this, huh? So, I was. Hang on. Apologies, guys. I'm back now. My dad came in to talk to me about food shopping, and I said I'd go with him, but I said that I'll be doing this first, and he's happy to wait. So I'll make it a bit quicker, but not too quick. I still want to get everything in and not miss a thing out, because if I miss anything out and my boyfriend watches, he's going to be like, you didn't explain about that part, and well, I don't want to miss anything. It's a special story. So I was coming back from work. It was a job that I had in a bakery, which I miss so much because there was lovely people there and I loved it. There was one staff member that wasn't as nice, but that person worked really hard and was the star of the show, as they say. And I don't think they would function without that person. They might not have been the nicest to me, but I don't think they understood me and my needs. And I think that's why they're a bit hard on me. But they meant well, and they're still there, holding it up, and they're amazing. Okay, I'm not saying any names, as you know, I don't do that. Anyway, so I got on the bus and I went upstairs, and this is when he had quite long hair at the time, and oh, it suits him like so good. I was like, oh, he looks so good today, and I nearly went red in the face. I think I did. I don't remember that part, but I see him at the front, the bus upstairs. I thought, hey, he's in my tutor group. I was like, yeah, I'll go and say hi and see what happens. And he had his headphones on, and I know why he does that now. I didn't know then, but I know now. But I'm not saying he may not want the world to know that, but so I went over and I said hi, and he said, oh hi, you're in my tutor group. In my head I'm going, he recognises me. Oh, sorry, I was like, wow, someone recognises and remembers me. Oh, so I said, yeah, I am. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I've come back from work. I said, yeah, I seen. I was saying, I normally get off the bus at this point. I'll stay on a bit longer and have a bit more of a chat with you, but I will be getting off soon. He said, oh no, that's fine. And you're staying on longer to chat with me. I said, yeah. Have a little catch up, and I was like, of course I'm going to stay longer. I like you, but you don't know I like you. Sorry. I get all like giddy. It's like, this story's like, I've said it so many times, but it's been a while. So I said, well, here's my stop. I'll see you Friday. Because our course that we were on, we would go to college just every Friday, no other day. Because every other day, they would assume that we would have work. That's kind of how it worked. Anyway, so I said, I'll see you Friday. He said, yeah, I will do. Have a safe journey home. I said, and you. And I don't know if we swapped numbers at that point. I don't think we did. No, that was later. I love this story. Every time I've told it, people have gone, oh, that's so cute. And I look back and I'm like, yeah, we were cute once. Now we hate each other. No, we just, with this lockdown, we've got on top of each other, and it's like, we still love each other, but when you're in a small house, it's hard to escape in the nicest way possible. You know what I mean? So we then started talking a lot more, and it came close to December. We were talking a hell of a lot more. We got really close, and people kept thinking there's a bit of chemistry. There's something going on with them two. But there wasn't. We were friends, and I, not long ended it with my last relationship before him, and that was a roller coaster, and it was more down than up, and it was awful. But that's a story that I will mention, but not now. So, I had, as I do every Christmas, around Christmas time at college, I'd always write my whole tutor group a card from me, because I always gave one to the tutor as well, because I just think, it's Christmas, share the love. And when I gave him his card, he said, "Oh, you've not spelt my name right." I said, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, it's sweet, thank you." And I was like, "Oh," he said it was sweet. Freaking out in my head, And for ages and ages after that, the envelope with the spelling on that I did, he kept the envelope in his bag, and weeks and weeks and weeks after we had started dating, I said to him, I said, "You've kept my envelope." He said, "Well, yeah, because it's cute and it's from you." And I'm like, "Oh, that's sweet." He can do cheesy, he really wants to, but at the moment he's not that kind of. He's not really into. This lockdown has had us change and act a bit differently, and the cheesy behaviours, it's gone out the window for a while. But I don't mind. It means he's got some catching up to do, Anyway, so, my friend, my gay friend, we were sat in the refectory and having lunch, and he said, "I know some of us like certain people. I want to know who," and he kept trying to find out. And my current boyfriend at the time, he said, "Well, I really like someone, but I keep it subtle." And I didn't even realise, and I don't think anyone noticed that he pointed at me. I was like, "What?" I saw him pull his hand back as if he was pointing, but I was like, "Who's he pointing at?" And then Suzy, I've just said her name. Well, that was my best friend's name at the time. I will mention her name because I've accidentally just gone there. Her name's Suzy. She's wonderful. Our gay friend that was asking a question, his name's Jack. I will mention names. And you guys know my boyfriend's name. You guys know it's Lucas. I don't know why I keep saying my boyfriend, because I said I wasn't going to mention names, but I'm sure they won't mind for this video. Anyway, so I'm trying to cut the long story short, but I don't want to miss anything out, So we got close, we got talking closer, and got talking a lot more, and we swapped numbers. I arranged to meet up with him outside his local Sainsbury's for a certain time. My mum was due to pick me up at some point after that, because we were off somewhere. I don't actually know where we were going. So I waited outside his Sainsbury's for about an hour, and I'm like, "What is going on? I don't understand." I was stood up. He actually stood me up, and you're probably sat there like, "How are you two together then?" Well, yeah, I'm joking. So, I had got to the point where we just decided I decided to ring him a couple of times, no answer. I texted and said, look, I'm still here waiting. I knew he liked chocolate, so I brought some chocolate for us to share as a little thank you for coming to see me. But I ended up eating the whole thing. But it was one of those, you can get different chocolates like in a bag, and then like you can get chocolate buttons, or I had the Whisper ones, the little tiny pieces, and it was good. I liked it. But I drink my tea before it goes cold. So I had college on the Friday, and it was a build up to my birthday, which was gonna be January. This was just before Christmas. But we were both always the first ones in, and he was always in before me. And I went over to the table that we always sat at, and I often said, hi, good morning, how are you, before we would start the day. And I went over and I said, I've got a bone to pick with you. Oh, what? He said. I said, you stood me up. He said, oh no, I am so sorry. He was going, I am so sorry. I said, yeah. He said, no, I had an issue at home, and I totally forgot I was going to see you. I felt so bad. He felt that bad. He brought me a coffee, and I love my coffee, and he got my favourite coffee, and it was latte, and he got me a large. I'm like, he does feel bad. This is great. No, I felt bad that he felt that bad, but I thought, you still stood me up though. But he said sorry, and oh, my apologies. And no, that was that. And then the Friday after that, it was my birthday, and me and him were planning to meet Jack and his best friend to go out for a drinking, a night out. When I go on a night out, I go out. I go to town. No, we're not going into what happens. That's another conversation. So, we were meant to meet Jack and his friend, but Jack and his friend were so out of it by the time we got there. They forgot that they were supposed to come and meet me. I'm like, it's my birthday. But me and Lucas had my birthday with just us two, and it was really nice. It felt like I was on a date. It's like a hot date. Like, it's not my birthday, you're on a hot date. That's how it felt to me. Yeah, so, he didn't have ID, and I couldn't get him any drinks, so it was only me drinking at the time, and I got a bit drunk, just a bit. And I went to the bar and they said, you do know we have to check you out if we see you're giving him a drink, and when it hits 9 o'clock you'll have to leave because he doesn't have ID. And I'm like, are you joking? I was like, I'm not letting that ruin my birthday. So he rang my mum, contacted her, and explained what had happened, the situation. So we went to Asda and bought some more drinks with the rest of the money that we had. And then we drank the rest at my mum's. And he loves his Marvel, and he really wanted to introduce me to some Marvel. So he did. We watched a Marvel movie. Please don't ask me which one, because I can't remember. I wasn't just drunk, but he's trying to remember the names, because I've seen most of them, I think all of them now, I'm not sure, but he's slowly got me into it. I'm becoming a fan. I'm not a fan like him. He loves it like I love my Beauty and the Beast. I think you get it. Anyway, so after that Marvel film that we watched, It was about just over 3 hours long. I don't know, some are really long-winded, aren't they? I found on the Sky Movies that there was Robin Hood. I was like, a live action one, yes. And I watched it and I was so obsessed. I put it on again, but he fell asleep on my lap and I thought it was really cute. And I fell asleep next to him. And instead of going upstairs to bed, we were both like asleep on the sofa together. And we woke up, and I woke up with him still asleep on my lap, and we were going to my local shopping centre at the time on that day to spend some birthday money that I had. And the plan was for him to come with us, and he did, with me, him, my mum, and her friend. I don't know where my brother was, but I know that he wasn't around. But anyway, and then after Christmas came, and my friends were very, are you two dating? No. I bet you are. And we just said, no. She said, we are secretly dating. Something's going on. Even my lecturer and our job coaches were very, there's a bit of romance, isn't there? And we said, no, there isn't. She said, if you're not secretly dating, you want to date. And we kept laughing and smiling. And this was us on our way down to having a break after being in English. And eventually, I think he asked me if I wanted to be his girlfriend, or we just happened. I can't get this wrong, because he'll be cross if I do, if he watches this. I think he did ask if I wanted to be his girlfriend. Oh my god. If that's wrong, I apologise right now. Oh no. So, we happened, and we were dating, and everyone just kept saying how cute we are, and, you know, that I changed him. Our lecturer and job coaches and our friends saw a him that they didn't think existed, a kind, sweet gentleman who these days just gets on my nerves. I love him to bits, but he really annoys me at times. But then I get on his nerves too, especially with this lockdown. We argue a fair bit, but we always make up. I mean, it'd be normal if you didn't argue. I mean, normal. Oh my gosh, it wouldn't be normal if you said, oh, we never argue. Everyone argues at some point. You even argue with your family. I mean, I do. I love them to bits, but I have my opinions and they got theirs. And sometimes, if my opinions are just as strong as someone else's, or we clash. My mum. Anyway, so we've been together for just over a year now, and it's going really well. We do have our ups and downs, like I've said, but we're doing really good, and I wouldn't change it for the world. He is my world, and I feel safe with him, and I just don't see myself with anyone else, and I see future with him. He can get on my nerves, but he means well, and I really love him, and if I didn't do that course, I wouldn't have met him, so I'm so glad that we did that. And yeah, if I've missed anything, he will tell me to do a part 2. I don't think I need to do a part 2. I think this is everything. I've done longer than I planned to do with this video, but I feel like I've fitted everything in. So, my next video, I want to talk about YouTubers, who my favourites are, and why I love them, and what I don't like about what some YouTubers do. So the things I like, the things I don't like, who my favourites are, I think you get the picture. Anyway, so I just want to thank you ever so much for watching, and have a lovely rest of your week. Have a fabulous day. It's a gorgeous day, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.